like a room with the bright sauce. Hail Mary, they despise what the light brought. Let them roach niggas bleed if they can't see. Side at a TV, what you can't be. They say that murder on my mind, now they can't breathe. Take a picture of the crew, that's your last peep. Oh, I need me your love, yeah, that's just me. Keep them jumping like some frogs, so they might be leave with the sunset. And they don't really wanna bleed from the gunplay. And like mine, niggas smoking weed on the one-way street, nigga. Yeah, we see we outside with it. Pull up to debates like we might be with it on guard. Side these niggas like bullshit and they fraud. Let me chop them down with the sword. Walk them down like they live bars. This the toughest you gon' be in, we too hard. And you don't really want that smoke, my G. With B-side net on TV. This the toughest environment, the toughest environment, the toughest environment to be in, be in. Toughest environment, the toughest environment, the toughest environment to be in, be in. Toughest environment, the toughest environment, the toughest environment to be in, be in. Toughest environment, the toughest environment, the toughest environment to be in, be in. The toughest environment, the toughest environment, the toughest environment to be in, be in. Toughest environment, the toughest environment, the toughest environment to be in, be in. Keep that off your lip before you get flipped. We got sources over here, we don't just spit. Too many bosses over here, y'all just legit. Put them niggas in the game, let them get real. Don't even step unless you come in with that scholarship. That economic tip, gotta make a dollar flip. And I might be next, I don't give a damn, a truth rolling with me, so I'm feeling like the son of man. Too many gon' hate, gotta make a stand. I'm just trying to duck the lake, you don't understand. Read them when I greet them, that's my best plan. Head first shit, I'm just saying. Nigga meet me in LA, oh you just playing. Too many be fake, what the base saying. So I tell them they don't want no smoke before they end up in the newspaper next day. Smoke, this the toughest environment, the toughest environment, the toughest environment to be in, be in. Toughest environment, the toughest environment, the toughest environment to be in, be in. Toughest environment, the toughest environment, the toughest environment to be in, be in. Toughest environment, the toughest environment, the toughest environment to be in, be in. The toughest environment, the toughest environment, the toughest environment to be in, be in. Toughest environment, the toughest environment, the toughest environment to be in, be in. Toughest environment, the toughest environment, the toughest environment to be in, be in. Toughest environment, the toughest environment, the toughest environment to be in, be in. And this is it right here. The toughest you gon' ever be in. You wasn't conscious before us. Y'all niggas was asleep. We woke the sleeping giant. We did it. Side net of TV. So stay your ass in your little bitty box where you feel safe. Cause it's motherfucking monsters over here. Real monsters.
Peace and Pan-Africanisms to Brother Herman Smalls in the toughest environment you can be in.
Peace. Assalamu alaikum. Hotep. Everybody can hear me okay, right? Right? Okay, cool. Hotep, Namaste, Jambo, Ashe, Shalom, all the greetings of love and light to the darkest minds of the light, to the HOK family, to the toughest environment. I am Napasha Da. Before we even get started, let's do a huge shout out to Neo Love. He is a giant when it comes to this music, an absolute talent. So shout out to Neo Love. That's awesome. We love his songs. They are a staple over here in the toughest environment in the HOK, House of Consciousness forum. Also, as you see on the stage, on the page, we have the upcoming pay-per-view. Talk about giants. We got Clash of the Titans over here, the monumental debate between Unc West, aka the God Killer, aka Pseudo Killer, coming against the one and only Dr. Inky the Mason, and they will be debating what this is, the scientific portion of Charles Darwin's theory of evolution? And did Darwin produce a scientific theory of evolution? Only exclusively in the HOK. This is going to go down on the 25th. That's approaching quickly. Get your tickets. They're only $30. This is going to be one of the classics, of course. You know, after this goes down, Sonetter's going to probably lock this in the vault. So please don't miss it. Be there. Say you were there. Say you saw this go down, going down in history. So we got that out the way. By the way, speaking of Darwin and speaking of evolution, we have, where's Ivory? Oh, well, Ivory's not here, but we have the Info Warriors, Ivory's Info Warriors. Shout out to Ivory Scales. The sister has organized these debaters, these very hot, they're very informed, very experienced. These two are very experienced. I know that this isn't their first rodeo. But I wanted Ivory to come in, talk a little bit about what she's doing over there. I think you've heard us before. She's got a great group that she put together, intelligent, tenacious warriors of information. So today, evolution, the debate is evolution real? We have the Silky D, Professor Silky D, most high ruler, going up against our brother, Steve Caballero. We're going to get right into this debate because we're starting late. Oh, shout out to Sonetter. I see you backstage. Peace to you. So what we're doing is, y'all know how it goes. The basic format, I'm not just talking to the debaters, I'm talking to the audience. 5-minute opening, 3 15-minute rounds. We're going to give the debaters 2 minutes each to interrogate each other. And then we have a 5-minute close. And of course, we will open the panel and let people come in and ask questions, not teach, ask questions. And I think Somnetter might start a poll sometime during the debate. So this is going to be good. Thank you so much for everyone here. Please hit the like. I do have the channels up on the platform. I have different channels up, but I'm going to be closing all those other channels down and only have it exclusively on the HOK Coliseum, because this is where it goes down in the debates, for the debates. So without further ado, gentlemen, which one of you said you'll go first? Steve Caballero. So get your popcorn, your drinks, whatever you're doing, and let's go ahead and get this started. Hit the like button. Any questions before I leave the stage? Any questions from the debaters? Either one of you? No? All right, they're ready. They've been ready. All right, so when I leave the stage, your time begins. You have 5 minutes for your intro. When I come back, you have 1 minute left. So you want to start wrapping it up, and then I will say time. All right, y'all? So yes, come on over. Sonetta, put that up there. You let me know. I'm going to get your timer ready. And I will leave the stage, Mr. Caballero.
Can you put up the slides?
Yes. If you want your slides for the intro.
Yeah, there's only one slide for the intro. Yeah.
Okay. Is this it?
That's it.
I'm asking, is that the one?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Let me take this down on the stage. Yes, I'm going to give you 10 seconds. I'm closing it down on this Sonetter Studios. Come over to the HOK. Come over to the HOK Coliseum. And I'm closing it down on, let's see, remove that. I'm closing it down on my channel. Okay, so let's get everybody should be over at the Coliseum by now, y'all.